Welcome to the Sports Jam. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. Hopefully it's a better week of weather this time around. Today on the show, we'll talk with 3 local Athena Award winners, and we have highlights from some good matchups in lacrosse.
Plus a Sports Jam Spotlight flashback from the spring of 2012 and our plays of the week. Let's start with softball, where it's been a tough spring for a lot of teams as far as getting games in. Hopkins was playing just its 4th game of the season last Friday. Wayzata its 6th. The Royals looking to stay unbeaten on the season, and they strike in the bottom of the first inning with back-to-back doubles. Hannah Kleist with a shot to the fence in right center, driving in Josie Reese, and it's 1-0 Hopkins after 1. The Royals had plenty of base runners after that, but couldn't score. Kleist rips a line drive to Wayzata shortstop Anna Ginnemanstead, who doubles off the runner at first. The Trojans get out of a bases-loaded jam. Still 1-0 in the 6th when Wayzata's Ellie Rod scores on a passed ball. Pitcher Lauren Fegler then tries to cut down base runner Brianna Westerberg at third, but the throw sails into left field. Westerberg scores what turns out to be the game-winning run on the play. And Wayzata beats Hopkins 2-1. Teams play again May 14th.
Now to lacrosse, where Champlin Park and Armstrong each have solid boys teams this spring, and they met up at Armstrong High School. Second quarter, the Falcons down 2-1 when Micah Ness takes the pass, turns, and fires for the goal, and it's tied up at 2. But the Rebels get 2 quick ones. Dylan Fettig scores on a bounce shot here. Champlin Park leads 4-2 at halftime. In the third quarter, it's 5-3 Champlin Park. Josh Malcolm to Jordan Maximek, and he snaps a goal in for Armstrong. The Rebels, though, have an answer. Tic-tac-toe passing, and Justin Linderholm rifles it in for a goal. Armstrong hangs around in the fourth quarter, but Champlin Park gets 2 more quick ones. This one a nice individual effort by Nick Bundy. Champlin Park goes on to win it 9-6.
The Maple Grove and Osseo Park Center boys met Friday in a game that was also a fundraiser for the Headstrong Foundation, which supports those affected with blood cancer. Highlights from this one, OPC in black. Boone Almquist with a quick pass to Noah Fleming for the shot and goal, but OPC still trails in the third quarter. Jake Wilson gets a goal back for the Crimson. He makes a nice move and snaps the shot home, and Maple Grove leads it 7-4. Osseo Park Center keeps it close most of the night. Mason Hadala to Boone Almquist. His low, hard shot hits the back of the MG net, and it's 7-5. But the Crimson hold its lead. Wilson to Maxwell Johnson alone at the side of the net. He scores, and Maple Grove wins it over Osseo Park Center 13-8. Maple Grove beat Osseo Park Center each of the past 2 seasons in girls lacrosse. OPC was looking for the first win of the series since 2011 when the teams met last week. Rain and wind much of the evening at Maple Grove. To the highlights, Haley Herdine passes to Paige Nasco, who goes low with her shot for the goal, and an early 1-0 Crimson lead. Osseo Park Center's number 31, Ariana Marciniak, works her way out from behind the Crimson net. She scores, tying the game at 1. The Crimson then score 4 of the next 5, including this one, Rachel Thielen, scoring off the nice assist from Tippy Hill. Shayna Perro helps OPC come back, scoring right in front of the net to make it a 6-4 game. Tough night to be an umbrella out in the stands this night. Shayna Perro helps OPC come back, scoring right in front. And then good passing by Maple Grove. Herdine to Peyton Olson to Lauren Kaufman. That makes it 7-5 Crimson. They're up 7-6 at halftime. Second half, OPC's Maddie Malone. Nice run up the middle, then a pass to Marciniak, who scores and ties it up at 8. From the free position, Andy Carline passes to Margot Coombs for another goal. Osseo Park Center in front, 11-9. Maple Grove answers that with a goal by Brittany Thronson. Assist to Kaufman, but it's not enough on this night. Erica Edstrom scores OPC's final goal of the evening. They beat Maple Grove for the first time in 3 years, 13-11 the final.
Also in girls lacrosse, Armstrong was seeking a 3rd straight win when they hosted the Coon Rapids Cardinals. First half, the Falcons spread the field with some nice passing. Mari Verbaten, a long toss to Haley Holdall, and she sets up Miranda Calbauer for the shot and goal. And Calbauer returns the favor, setting up Verbaten, cutting to the goal for another Armstrong score. Amy Master catches a high pass from Kelsey Ostick, and Master spins and scores for a 6-2 Falcons lead. Verbatim leads the offense again. Nice fake, and she sets up Ostick, who scores on a low shot here for Armstrong. And in the second half, Holdall zips one out front and buries a shot off the post and in. Armstrong wins 12-7. However, they lost to Benilde 9-6 on Friday. In boys tennis, the rain wiped out many matches last week, but Champlain Park did get to host Anoka. First singles, Champlain Park's Mikhail Mula in the far court taking on Anoka's Patrick Gallagher. Mula stretches to return it, but Gallagher pounces on it at the net. He wins 6-1, 6-2. Second singles, the Rebels' Hunter Femright returns the serve of Anoka's Mark Schatza. Femright finishes with a solid forehand down the line. Schatza, though, wins the match. Third singles, Champlain Park's Greg Ledray facing Sam Skoglund. Skoglund returns Ledray's short shot with a drop of his own, but Ledray gets to it and sends it deep for the winner. Fourth singles, the Rebels' Alex Verassi meets Anoka's Eric Mon. Verassi sends a winning forehand up the left side on the way to a very close win. First doubles, Champlain Park's Alex Hilly and Matt Gullickson facing Alex Foyt and Darren Gable. Hilly accidentally knocks it off his opponent on this one. Hilly and Gullickson take the match. Champlain Park beats their district rival Anoka 5-2. In the high-powered Edina Invitational Saturday, defending state champ Wayzata has to settle for the runner-up spot. The Trojans fall to Mounds View 5-2 in the final. Maple Grove takes fifth place, beating Rochester Mayo 5-2 in the consolation final. And John, that is quite a field in that tournament.
Yeah, very state tournament-like. Up next, we head to the baseball diamond for the week's highlights, plus the Athena Awards. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sports Jam.
We saw some amazing athletes away from the fields, rinks, and courts Friday at the annual Athena Awards. The top senior female athletes from 53 Minneapolis and suburban high schools, including most of the schools here in the northwest suburbs, were recognized at a ceremony at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Here's a look at the local Athena Award winners. We'll talk with 3 local winners coming up later in the show. The Tri-Metro Conference has some pretty strong baseball teams this spring. That includes Providence Academy. They played host to De La Salle. The Islanders' Graham Fritz singles to right field in the top of the first. Nick McNoskey slides in with the second of 2 runs on the play. De La Salle leads 2-0 after an inning. The Providence hitters find the going tough. Michael Villafana hits a comebacker to his summer teammate Jake Tank for the out. Tank worked 6 scoreless innings for the Islanders. Doug Chilgan's Islanders score again in the third. Nick Weber drops a hit into short left field here. This one brings George Goodman home, and that run makes it 3-0. De La Salle increases the lead with a 3-run fourth. Michael Pucci's liner freezes the left fielder, and it's over his head. Sam Krekula scores as the Islanders build a 6-0 lead, and that is the final score.
Park Center's had a strong season as they chase a Northwest Suburban Conference baseball title. A wet week, but the Pirates were able to get a game in against Armstrong. Bottom of the first, runner on third for PC, and Carson Celine's fly ball brings home Brandon Budnick for a 1-0 Pirates lead. Top of the third inning, Armstrong answers with a sacrifice fly of its own. Michael Suzuki gets it out to center field. John Nelson tags and scores. And we're tied up at 1. Bottom of the fourth, Budnick's 2-out hit scores Danny Savanich and caps a 3-run inning. Park Center leads 4-1 after 4. In the bottom of the fifth, with the bases loaded, the Pirates work the squeeze. Corbin Krause's bunt brings home Jackson Bernards, and it's 5-1 Park Center. Top of the seventh, Savanich on in relief from the strikeout ends the game. Park Center wins 5-1. They split 2 games Saturday, losing a first-place battle to Anoka 3-1.
Champlain Park and Osseo have been a little up and down in baseball so far. The Orioles hosting the Rebels under the lights. The Rebels get one early as Kip Youngquist bounces one to short. Tim Munn is in to score on the play, and it's 1-0 Champlain Park in the first. In the fourth, Munn drives the ball fairly deep to the opposite field and left, and this one will get down for a hit. 2 runs score on the play for the Rebels. Their lead grows to 4-0 through 4 innings. Osseo, though, fights back. Stephen Fisher will flare a hit just over the fielder's glove and drops in for a hit. Justin Philippon is around to score on the play. Osseo's on the board, and they later pull within 4-3. But the Rebels tack on 3 in the 7th, including Youngquist hit down the left field line to score Daniel Kilb. Champlain Park wins it 7-3.
Well, virtually all high school baseball in the area was postponed early last week. The artificial turf at Minnetonka Veterans Field did allow Wayzata and Minnetonka to play. 4th inning, runners on 1st and 3rd for Tonka. On the pitch, the skippers Brendan Broviak breaks for second. Jake Marsh's throw skips past the shortstop. Luke Pedersen comes in for a 1-0 lead. In the 5th, Brendan Brody on 3rd for Wayzata as the Trojans try to squeeze. Kyle Haskamp misses the bunt, but David Cushing's pitch skips away. Brody scores to tie things up at 1. In the 6th, Wayzata takes the lead. Marsh flies out to right, but Jack Sorensen scores on the sacrifice to put the Trojans up 2-1. But in the bottom of the inning, after Ian Cody led off with a triple, Broviak comes up with a 3-bagger of his own. E.J. Nicholson running for Cody scores to tie the game at 2. And then 2 batters later, Josh Falk with a towering shot to left that carries over the wall. A 2-run homer puts the Skippers up 4-2, and they go on to win by that score.
In adapted softball, the 3-time defending PI Division champion Robins of Robbinsdale Hopkins Mound won a tough road game against Anoka Hennepin early last week. They weren't challenged quite as much against Mounds View Irondale Roseville. The bottom of the first, Tyler Sarf drills it deep to left field for the Robins with a runner aboard. Sarf nearly catches up to runner Jordan Klein as he circles the bases for a 2-run homer. Same inning, and Joe Dubasar follows suit, this time to right field, and he speeds around the bases also. It's a 2-run homer for Dubasar. The Robins get the maximum 5 runs in the first, and they lead it 5-2. In the 2nd inning, Dubasar goes after a high pitch and knocks it to right with the bases loaded. He tries to circle him, but he'll be sent back to 3rd and settles for a bases-loaded triple. The Robins keep scoring. They win it 18-2 in 5 innings.
Well, a great year for them so far this spring.
Yeah, a couple of tough tests, but they're sailing along so far. Straight ahead in our Sports Jam Spotlight, we flash back 2 years ago to a softball-playing duo from Maple Grove.
It's time for a Sports Jam flashback. 2 years ago, Maple Grove State runner-up softball team featured 3 sets of sisters, Kaylee and Sammy Sadler, Taylor and Kylie Bratton, and the Mock sisters. They caught up with Mandy and Jordan for this June 2012 edition of the Sports Jam Spotlight. They may be quick with a laugh, but they are serious on the softball diamond. Mandy and Jordan Malk are 2 big reasons the Crimson got to state. Mandy hits 3rd in the order with a batting average of .403. And Jordan often hits right behind her, batting .389 for the season.
First time up, hits this one into the right field. That's a base hit.
Mandy is 2 years older than Jordan, and this is the first time they've played full-time on the same fast-pitch team. It's been a fun spring.
I love playing with her because there's always like a little competition in who can hit better. And it's, you know, she pushes me to get better along with me pushing her to get better. So it works out pretty well.
It's really nice to have Mandy coming along with me. She's very helpful, and if I ever have a question, I can go to her and she'll help me figure it out and know what to do, where to go at certain times during practice and during games.
Mandy has just been a cornerstone in the program since she's been in 9th grade. I mean, she's always been a hitter. She's an aggressive runner. A lot of kids feed off of her emotions. So if Mandy's going well, it seems like a lot of kids are going well just because Mandy is so dominant, so aggressive in everything she does. Jordan was a pleasant surprise. You know, when coming into the year, like I said, we had 7 kids who had started in the state tournament. We had 10 kids who had been on that state tournament roster. And so we weren't sure where Jordan was going to fit in, but you know, our philosophy's kind of always been around here. If you can hit, we're going to find you a spot. And Jordan can hit.
It's 1-0 Crimson, an RBI single by Jordan Moore.
With a roster dominated by seniors, Jordan's transition to varsity softball was made easier.
The seniors are really accepting. They're a very tight-knit group, but they have been very accepting of welcoming us in and just helping us learn everything to do.
I remember being a freshman and all the seniors were coming up and talking to me, so that was nice. They weren't like standoffish or anything, so that was exciting. So as a senior now, I try to be the same way that the seniors were to me when I was a freshman.
But within the family, giving help only goes so far. These girls are competitive with a definite sibling rivalry.
Every day we're always like trying to figure out who competed the best, who got the highest average that day. We're always, after every game, we're checking our averages to figure out whose is higher.
There's definitely I was 2 for 3 and someone was 1 for 3, and it's like a competition to see who hit better in the game, but also like who hit better throughout the season too. So it's like a constant like, oh, whose batting average moved up a little bit, and it's throughout the game too.
The Crimson met the high expectations they set for themselves coming into the season. And in her first full year of varsity ball, Jordan says she's felt the burden at times of being asked to be the team's cleanup hitter.
I have definitely felt a lot of pressure. It's helped a lot to know that he didn't put me in there to hit home runs. He put me in there to get RBIs and get the base hits to bring Mandy around, Mandy and Kaylee.
Jordan will play softball this summer with other 16-year-olds on the Sting 96 team, while Mandy will travel more.
I am playing with the Minnesota Sting Gold team, and we'll be traveling a lot this summer. I don't think we might have one tournament in Minnesota. So throughout the whole summer, from the middle of June to the end of August, we're almost traveling every weekend.
Jordan has 2 more years of Crimson softball left, while the state tournament marked the end of Mandy's prep career. But softball is in her future for the 4 years ahead.
I am going to University of Minnesota State Mankato. I'm going to play softball there and hopefully major in exercise science and go on to be a physical therapist.
This was a memorable year for Jordan, getting to play with her sister on a state tournament team in a spring where she learned a lot.
It's been a learning experience. It's been pretty difficult to try and fit in, but it's been a lot of fun.
Mandy is now in her 2nd year at Minnesota State Mankato. She received a medical red shirt in 2013. Jordan will join her there next season. Mankato plays in the NCAA Regionals at home Friday against Southeastern Oklahoma State University. Sports Jam returns in a moment as Jay talks with 3 local Athena Award winners.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. It's always a highlight on the spring calendar, the Athena Awards, and some great honorees again here in 2014. And we are joined by just 3 of the local winners, and starting off with Anna Neighbor from Armstrong High School. And Anna, what kind of award, winning an award like this, how special is it for you?
It means a lot to me. I know my school is just gifted with a lot of really, really good athletic people. So I'm just really glad that I got chosen out of all of them.
Talk a little bit about the highlights of your career. What stands out when you think of all your performances over the years at Armstrong?
Well, I peaked my sophomore year in cross country, and I finally made it to state, and I was just really looking forward to that. So I think that was one of my all-time highs at my high school career.
What's ahead for you next year?
I'm going to Carleton College, so I'll be doing sports there, hopefully running track and skiing at their club.
And also Elena Sonison now coming on in. I'm sorry, Elena, obviously you've had a great career in some of the same sports as Anna. Talk about winning this award. What does it mean to you at a school like Wayzata?
I'm very excited. Wayzata is such a big school, and there are so many talented athletes there. So just to have this award has been such an honor.
Winning a couple of state titles in skiing has to rank near the top. Is that the best memory you have, or are there some others that are right up there as well, including obviously cross country?
I would say just like the memories throughout my entire high school career, and being able to improve every year with like some of the best teammates ever, and also winning Nike Cross Nationals this past fall with the cross country running team was a huge highlight, and then also getting the best high school team in the nation with this Nordic ski team this season was really awesome too. So.
Is it a fun day today to get a chance to meet people from other sports and other schools that maybe you've read about or you didn't necessarily know in person?
Definitely, yeah. I've been meeting a lot of new people, and it's really cool just to like hear about all of their achievements and where they're going next year too.
And as far as going next year, how about you? Tell us your plans.
I plan to go to University of Vermont to Nordic ski, and then hopefully run track and field also.
Congratulations, Elena. It's been a lot of fun watching both of you guys in action over these last few years.
Thank you so much.
And Kayla McMorris, a state champion like Elena in girls basketball for Park Center. And how special is it for you to win the Athena Award for the Pirates?
It's just truly an honor to be nominated along with a lot of great athletes at Park Center. And to actually win the award, it means a lot to me.
I don't think I really have to go too far to find out what's your best memory, but talk about that state championship win this year. How big was that?
It was huge, just for our community too. A lot of people didn't think we could make it that far, and to actually win it just proves that we could do a lot. Park Center can.
I know it's easy to forget now, but a few years back, the thought that the Pirates were going to win a state championship wouldn't have seemed all that realistic. Are you really proud of just the improvement that the program's made these last few years too?
Right. Yeah, we've came a long way, and we also have freshmen coming up that are just as good. And as you can see, they played those 3 overtimes, so we have a lot of talent coming up.
I know you've got big things ahead too as far as college plans. Tell us a little bit about that.
I will be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison to play basketball.
All right, Kayla, congratulations on a great performance all of your career at Park Center.
Thank you.
Kayla McMorris, along with Elena Sonneson and Anna Neighbor, just 3 of the great Athena winners for the Northwest Suburbs here in 2014. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam in just a moment, but first, our Plays of the Week.
Our game of the week is a boys lacrosse matchup. Champlain Park takes on Osseo Park Center. The game is at Park Center Wednesday. Watch it live on the web or catch the replays Thursday night at 7 and 10 p.m. See you next time here on Sports Jam.